All right, welcome to my first video. I thought for my first video, I should play my favorite series of all time, which is Dominions. I started playing it back in probably the year 2000 and just fell in love with the depth of it. The magic systems, magic items, the number of kingdoms that you can play, and the variants, right? Like one does not play like the others. It's just really cool, and that's why there's 6 of them. Dominion 6 recently came out last month or so. I haven't experienced a lot of the new stuff. They've got a new type of magic illusion. They've got some new kingdoms, so I'm looking forward to it, and gonna go ahead and just create a new game here. Now I will say I don't play Dominions well, and that's intentional. I play Dominions to have fun, not necessarily to crush the competition. So we're just gonna have a little fun with this. That's a great introduction. Now this is my very first video, so please give me feedback on what's working, what's not working, games you'd like to see me react to. I tend to prefer single player games. I tend to prefer turn-based games. I'm old school, so I don't mind. You can probably tell from the screen that this is a little bit dated graphically. It was a little dated graphically when it came out in 2000, and it hasn't improved much. Having said that, it doesn't get in the way for me because I played Pong, so that ought to give you a sense for where I'm at. All right, let's create a new world. We're going to medium. That sounds good. I do like some underground. And this is not intended as a tutorial. We're just having fun here. If you guys want a tutorial, let me know. I've played this game a lot. North-south wraparound, because who doesn't like a good backstab? Enter game now. Game name, enter game now. Enter game now. Enter game name. There's 3 ages in this, early, mid, late. We'll go ahead and just pick the mid. Average experience. So let's just call this game mid, because we're going to play it randomly. Middle ages here. We're going to go ahead and play a random nation, and we're going to face some mighty AI. That always seems to work out about right for me, and we're going to play every single nation because I don't like to leave anyone out. And there we go. Let's see who we get. We got Uruk. Ooh, okay. These guys look interesting. I like this guy right here. That's my boy. Please be, oh, he's not. I was hoping he would be one of our blessed troops. You can tell the blessed troops, let's see, what do they look like? There they are. They've got the little sacred symbol. So we can convey bonuses to our blessed troops, and they will be extra tough. So you always like to see those. A little disappointed it's not my dragon chariot. I mean, seriously. Who doesn't want to have a lot of dragon chariots? To get a lot of dragon chariots, I'm going to need a lot of gold, some resources. Oh, I can only get 1 per turn. 1 per turn? Oh, pressure. That is a heartbreaker. Man. Okay, well, I know I need a lot of money. In-game. And real life. In-game. All right. For my sacred units, we're going to need... kind of an even distribution between recruitment points, resources, and gold. And then, do I have anything else that's sacred? I got some fishy boys. I wonder if I'm going to start in the water. That's a lot of fishy boys for not starting in the water. Oh, we've got... I intend for this to be a all ages type presentation, but we've got topless fisher ladies. Yeah, well, they probably shouldn't improve the graphics. All right, so what kind of magic do we have? We got a lot of astral, a little earth, a little water, a little astral, a little water. Okay, water, earth, astral. Okay, go. Oh, I also do random gods. You can pick your gods. If you click on that, you get whoever you want. Golden Lion sounds like fun to me. Let's learn a little bit about him here. He's got a lot of hit points. Kind of makes sense. Giant Lion. He inept smith and inept researcher. Much like this player. All right. Invulnerable. What's that? Very hard to damage with non-magic weapons. I like that. Fierce resist. So he's hard to hurt. He's very scary. So with a lion like this, he's kind of a monster type of pretender god, and I'm just thinking he's going to go into battle right away, which means then that I will have less points. I can get extra points if I delay the arrival of the lion, and maybe I'll have to delay it till dormant, but I wasn't totally enthralled with my blessed troops, so I'm not sure how far into dive into the whole magic thing. Let's just get a little bit of bonus for our blessed troops. Let's see what we can get for that. We can get poison resistance. Ugh, not anything terribly exciting. Recuperation would heal battle afflictions over time. That's kind of a nice one. Can I get that? I can't get that. I need at least one more thing. Now I can get it. Yeah, so that's cool. So let's do that. That means our sacred troops are going to heal some of their wounds. As I mentioned, this game tracks like everything down to the soldier. So I can have a soldier who gets experience. I can have a soldier who gets wounded. It's nice to have those wounds heal over time. That's a huge perk. And then I got 2 points left. Attack skill. Who doesn't like attack skill? Ooh. All right, let's do that. All right, so how many points do I have left? 82. That is not very many. That is not much. Ooh, okay. If I only have 5 Dominion, which is pretty low, I can go ahead and get a little more money. Okay, how much more money can we get here? 3 income, 3 income. Oop, nope. 1 income. Yikes. I mean, we could do this. We get the lion right from the start. Oh, we aren't going to have a lot of blessed troops, but we could still get our dragon chariot. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going in. Boom. Gazardia. I can say it, so we'll take it. Gazardia. I think I can say it. All right. I enable Scoregrass because I like to see how things are going. These games are so detailed. There is a little bit of micromanagement that I usually don't play them to the end because you usually can kind of tell, like, is it working or is it not working? And then, and maybe that's different if you're playing multiplayer. I'm playing a bunch of bots. So, and then I like to have slow research because I'm playing every other nation. The games tend to be long, and I don't want everybody to be at max, level magic, a quarter of the way into the game. All right, so it's generating the game. As I mentioned, I played this for a long time. One of my 2 all-time great gaming experiences was playing my arch rival from fantasy football, Dennis. You know who you are. And I had Ohm, which is kind of like dwarves, a lot of heavily armored guys, some priests in the back. And the reason I had the priest is because he was playing undead, and he had well over 1,000 troops. I had, I want to say 80 something, which is not bad for these really tough dwarves. And I put the, dwarves up front, priests in the back, and some guys who could throw like saw wheels. Like that was their thing. That is a spell, and it's called Blade Wind, and it like launches a bunch of saw wheels, like the kind you see in a lumber yard at the opposition, which, as you might imagine, can take out a lot of troops, especially if they're not well armored. So I got the saw wheels, I got the priests, casting on the undeads, and I got a line of dwarves in front. And he's smart. Like, he's like, oh, he's probably going to have a bunch of line dwarves protecting his troops. So he puts a bunch of elephants right up front, undead elephants, and they're just going to stomp my little dwarves to death, and the armor's not going to matter much because they're just getting crushed. Good plan. Good plan, Dennis. Reason it didn't work, he had so many troops, the computer ran out of places to put things, and so his elephants ended up scattered like all over, mixed in with all the other troops. He just had this wild mass of troops. So then, rather than arriving as a line of elephants to crush me, they just kind of showed up, onesie, twosie, and my dwarves were able to handle them, and I was able to do all my casting. Greatest gaming experience, one of 2 great gaming experiences. All right, so this is just kind of the standard messages you get at the start of the game, basically saying the world, the game has started, in some very flowery language. There's actually a pretty good theme to this whole thing. A lot of this is based on sort of ancient mythology and that sort of thing. Really interesting stuff. You can get pretty deep into it. I've played this game so long that I kind of just get into the gameplay. But it's kind of fun to look into it, and it's neat the way the developers kind of stuck to certain mythological elements. So, all right, I've got my big lion, I've got archers, and a pretty standard setup, right? We got some armored guys, protection 14. That's okay, above average, not great. We've got our archers, longbows. Longbows are good. We like that. Their precision is 10, which is straight up average. And then we've got this lion, and he's got some magical abilities. I think. Oh, and he has recuperation. Yeah, because I bought that. He's going to heal his own wounds. See, that was one of my biggest fears. I would have this sort of big, nasty lion up front, but he'd get, develop like battle wounds and a limp and stuff, and pretty soon he wouldn't be very effective. But he's going to heal himself because I picked that, and he is a sacred unit because he is my pretender god. I'm brilliant. Sometimes, one of my favorite sayings is better lucky than good. We're going to chalk it up to that. I love it. Okay, so he's just going to be bleeding guys into battle. Let's see what we've got. I'm feeling bold. I'm digging this. +1 morale when they report to Dragon Boy or to my lion. Oh, named him after the Lion King. Critical error. See, this is how you tell that it's first video amateur hour. Oh, I'm mad at myself now, but we will press forward. Okay, so this guy, I'm going to have him hold or cast a spell for a couple turns, and I'm thinking he'll cast spells like, make yourself tough. Although I see he actually doesn't have any spells like that. Probably cast poison touch. Maybe we'll just have him do that for now. Let's just cast poison touch. Cast a specific spell, poison touch. I need better magic. Actually, what I usually do is, and then we'll have an attack. Usually I set up my magic research first, and the reason I do it first is because I always forget to do it. Case in point. All right, so we're looking, so we've got a lot of forest, nature magic, we've got a lot of water magic, and we got a lot of astral magic. And I would love, I'm going with this theory of the lion charges in. So what can we do to make that lion tougher? We can give him eagle eyes, cat eyes, seems redundant. Personal bark skin. That's what I want. I want to give him bark skin. And then we've got some, he's got, yeah, that's what I want. That is what I want. Enlarge? I wonder if he can actually do that. Can he enlarge himself? He's already ginormous. I kind of want to find out. So I might go to level 2 alteration. Bark skin's at level 3, but I've got personal bark skin up here. So level 2 alteration. Now I'm only going to level 2 because as you get higher up, it takes more and more research to move up levels. And I kind of want to get some stuff that's going to be, now I happen to know that is good for astral magic. So we're going to go ahead and get like 2 levels of that. Enchantment also is pretty good with the nature magic. Also not terrible with the water magic. So let's get a level or 2 of enchantment. And then evocation is sort of your attacking spells. And, water strikes. I don't know. Why not? We'll get a level of that. Who doesn't like attacking? All right, so I've got a nicely built out research queue. That'll get things going. It may change later as I determine certain needs for my troops, but it's a good starting spot. All right, I am in a really happy place. So I've got 2 leaders. This guy is stealthy. He's going to go out and be my spy. Where do we want to look? Oh, hey, Vath has a Throne of Ascension. Now, Throne of Ascensions are how you win the game. But they also convey bonuses to your sacred troops. So that would be nice, especially if I could capture it quickly. But sometimes they are guarded by some very nasty things. So we want to see whether this is guarded by a bunch of average things, which is something we prefer, or is it guarded by some mage with all sorts of vampires and just something really nasty. So we're going to go check that out first. So send ooh, what a name. Ashi Karud is going to go look at Vath. And it's funny that I'm like worried about my pronunciation. It's my game. Pronounce it however we want. Anyway, this guy we're going to use as a transport. He's going to take troops back and forth. But we kind of like our setup here. We've got, whoops, not that. We've got a fair number of, we're going to have a line formation up front of our armored guys. We're going to have our archers in kind of a skirmish formation behind them. So hopefully they won't get shot up by the enemy archers. And then we're going to have this guy right in with the best of them. Now, he's going to hold for a turn. And then, I love this. Attack, fire. Sweet. That looks good. That looks really good. That's now, normally you would wait and see where you want to attack. But I'm feeling bold. I got a lion. I got a ginormous lion who heals himself. So how bad could it possibly be, right? Famous last words. Hold my beer. All right. So he's attacking there. I've got my spy. I've got my spy going to the exact same space. That's kind of dumb. But I want to know what's in Vath. Oh, got it. Nope, we're doing it. We're going to Vath. One of the things they introduced a couple versions ago is multi-turn travel. That has been a lifesaver. And all right, I think that's all. Oh, and then I got to build some troops. Now I can only build one dragon chariot a turn. So every turn, repeat recruitment. Let's get some. And then I kind of also need to build guy who will be my other sacred. Oh, what are they called? They are called prophets. I won't need to make a prophet. And what I want for my prophet is somebody who can lead a lot of troops. Like that's 100. That's pretty good. That's better than 50. 100 sounds really good. What does this guy do? He's got disease healer. Ooh, I like that. Especially if I have a bunch of old dudes. Doesn't look like I've got anybody who can lead much more than 100. 100's not bad. I would call that pretty standard for your primary leader. So we're going to build him. And then with whatever points I have left, I'm going to build my sacred troops. Maidens of the Moon. So we're going to build our maidens. Again, we now this one shades out, this third one, because I don't have enough resources. But I can build a partial unit. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that because I need all the sacred units I can get. I don't have a lot of holy points because there's a cap. Because if you'll remember at the start of the game, my Dominion is only like 5 or 6. It's low. So, and you can tell where I have the Dominion. It's highlighted in the lighter color here. So that makes it easy to tell where you've got Dominion. Why do I want Dominion? Makes my guys a little extra tough. Little extra hit point here or there. It's nice. So, okay. That's what we're doing. That's turn 1. It's that simple. Up here, this is not only the advance the turn button and the turn, but it also tells me it's springtime, which is a great time to start a war. All right, let's see what we get now. You know, all the surrounding territories are independent right now. They're not that strong. They're not cohesive in any way. So one of the other things I'm doing is looking for the other nations, because you remember I started with every single nation, 20, 30 nations. You know, there's a lot out there, and I want to see who's around me, because it could, you know, the way you fight the undead king looks totally different than the way you fight the dwarven lord or the elf or blah blah blah. And I'm saying dwarf and elf and undead. They're not called that. Again, this game does a really neat job of sticking to some mythology from the past and then tweaking it on, and it almost is like you take the ancient mythology and then you start a role-playing game with it and you kind of make it your own, and that's what the developers have done here, which is really cool. All right, so let's see how that battle turns out. All right, so we are attacking. We got a nice wall up front. These guys, so we got lucky, right? So we have a lot of unarmored guys with pokey sticks and little short bows. So I feel pretty good. Plus, I have just realized is my guys are ginormous. Hold up here. We're pausing that. I got 20 hit points. By comparison, they have 10. So 20 is better. Now they do have a bunch of archers. I'm not great against archers. You can see my archers way in the back here are shooting at their archers, but I'm not great with archers. Let's see how the lion does, though. It's lion all on his own. He's very bold, going out there. How many hit points does he have? He's got 167 left. So, I don't know. I don't like him getting surrounded there. I feel like he's being kind of abandoned by his armored buddies. But he seems to be doing a pretty good number on things. It's interesting we said poison. I don't even know if him having personal poison, you remember he cast that first turn. I'm not sure that's even relevant because I think he hits so hard that poison's kind of redundant. All right, well, they seem to be retreating in the front line. I really don't see the archers putting up much of a fight, so let's speed this up a little bit here with the advanced button on the top. They are now routed according to the left here. Yeah, mission accomplished. I don't think we lost anybody. I lied. I lost 2 soldiers. I only had 15. That's unfortunate. I really didn't think I'd take that much damage. All right. Oh, interesting. So my Desardiel, we go back here. The gentle flower. Ironic for a giant lion who charges into battle. But the gentle flower, it's all in the advertising, right? No propaganda. King of Animals has sensed the location of undiscovered thrones, and that's these thrones of ascension. They look like little triangles, but if you zoom way in, they kind of look like thrones if you get really in there. Anyway, I got a couple thrones pretty close. You can see if I zoom out, I've got 2 real close and then nothing for a while. So hopefully we got some good ones close, and hopefully we don't have a lot of competition for those, and we can take them and claim them. You not only have to capture them, and you have to claim them. And fortunately, this is our pretender god here, the gentle one. And what was it? The gentle flower. The gentle flower. I'm going to call him that instead because I like that. Gentle flower. Now, we were kind of curious about these guys. Up here, it's 360 units. Soulless, long deads, those are both undead. That means there's some sort of mean, nasty undead caster there. Archers and heavy infantries. I'm probably not ready to deal with that, for being honest. Like, that sounds like they could, launder my shorts pretty quick. So, let's, instead of trying to take that right out of the gate, I'm going to try to get stronger, do some more magical research, build my army up. Maybe, since I know there's a bunch of undead there, I'd like to get some divine casters, some clerics, more or less. And so I might just try to kind of wall it off as opposed to conquering it. Now, another thing that I like to do is capture all the areas around Uruk, my home territory. Not only good for defensive purposes, but it gives me a lot more money to work with. Anything connected to that territory through other territories I own gives me more money. Who doesn't like money, especially when you got to buy a bunch of dragon chariots? All right, so let's keep... What are we going to build here? So we need some researchers. So let's see who is a good researcher. Research 7. Research 9. Research 9. These are not good numbers. 7. 11. 15. 15's a nice number. Okay, so this guy costs 400 gold. This guy costs 395. You'll notice I have 328. 11, not terrible. He's also a fortune teller, which means I can keep bad things from happening. 265. That dog will hunt. That's my first researcher. All right, I've got an extra holy point. I get one more guy. Now I do have some resources left. I could start to build some of these different folks. I'm going to build an archer. I'm building these guys who have their spears. I mean, they kind of look very phalanx type. They're formation fighters. Let's put some archers behind them. Again, I can't get a whole archer. I wonder if I could get a whole archer this way. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna get a bare-legged archer. All right. So our spy is moving into Vath, but we are not going to take Vath now. These guys over here in the Wise Spring Grove. They're going to be a lot like the last ones where they're poorly armored, not particularly tough. So we're just going to charge in there. We feel pretty good about that. We like our setup here. All's good in the hood. I didn't love the lion charging out. So I'm going to set him up to be just a little bit more to the left as we face the enemy, so he doesn't charge out on the right flank all on his own. Didn't love that. All right, and I mentioned that this guy was my transport fella, and so he is going to take the troops that, that's not much. It's not worth transporting. We're going to wait a bit. Just going to wait a bit, see what we can get. This fella is going to be my leader, and he's going to become a prophet. I only get one prophet, and it does a couple things. He can bless his troops to give them the bonuses that we've got. And although that's really just healing wounds. So oh no, did we have an attack skill? Can't remember. Anyway, he might get a little bit of attack skill bonus when he blesses troops, but he also spreads my dominion. And again, dominion just makes all my troops better. So we're gonna start walling off Vath and my capital, kind of capture the area around here. Is it that simple? It's that simple. Make sure I'm recruiting troops like I want to. Now I can recruit troops from other areas, but I just don't have the money for it right now. So we're not doing that. Still springtime. Let's see how much we can grab before we run into a neighbor. I do that to make it sound like it's something special, but yeah, it's water. All right. We are recording in the morning, so I always like to rehydrate. All right. See, little health tip. This isn't just a gaming channel. All right. Let's see. Let's view our battles. See how we did. All right. It is as expected. A bunch of lightly armed, lightly weaponed troops. I have 2 fewer in the front line here, but yeah, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. And in fact, let's just speed this up a little bit. Note, by the way, the high quality graphics and audio. It's funny when some of the characters, you know, when they die, let out the most amusing sounds. All right, we've routed the enemy, as you can see on the top left. So yeah, that went well. Let's see if we lost any troops. Of course we did. We lost another soldier. So that's telling me with 20 hit points, that, you know, the armor's just not good enough to keep them alive. We're slowly going to be losing troops. We probably, I imagine what we will be replacing them with are my Maidens of the Moon here. I just need to get them up and running. All right, I've got an extra holy, I've got a holy point because I'm not building a researcher. And I really, can I get this one again? Yeah, we'll get that again. Okay, we're trying to build up some research because you're going to look over here. Like, we are making almost no progress. Alterations, what we're researching, we haven't even started yet. We're level 0, 0 progress because the one person I had who could research, Dudu, really? My prophet is named Dudu. You can't write this stuff, folks. All right, Dudu. He was not researching. He was going to be the leader of my Dudu army. All right, Dudu. It says over here I can have 3 different units. That is perfect because I'm going to have, this is what my army is ultimately going to look like. I'm going to have a line of mailed troops at the front. I'm going to have some, and they're just going to attack. I'm going to have some dragon chariots who are going to attack the back from the flank. They're going to be way down here. These guys will just attack, and these guys will sit right behind them in skirmish formation shooting. And this guy will be in amongst them for protection, casting spells. Dudu. And actually, I'm going to have him cast Divine Blessing. Now, Divine Blessing gives a blessing to every troop on the battlefield. So, for example, these Maidens of the Moon are hopefully going to get an additional attack spell. Now, the Maidens of the Moon, I just realized they work well in formation. So, I think I had them in a line. Yeah, I had them in a line. That's good. That's good. Because that's a formation. And they like to fight that way. All right. Now, my army is just not big enough to move out with yet. Oh, don't. I forgot to defend these areas. I got a defense of 1. Good thing I haven't bumped into any neighbors. I don't have much money, so we're going to just give just a hint of defense to these areas. We'll have to remember to beef that up. We are so low on cash, and that, you know, I've got the dragon. I'm sorry, I've got my lion, my gentle flower right from the start, but because I wanted him right from the get-go, I didn't have the ability to build my empire into something that would have a lot of money, have a lot of troops. I really need to get out of the gate fast on this, which is why I've been very aggressive, attacking, trying to wall off some areas. Now I'll want to defend them better than I have if we want to keep these, but let's go. All right. I don't think I can move out with these troops, even in a support role. So we're going to, for one more turn, continue to build our units, continue to build researchers that are affordable. Now you'll see, oh boy, it's moving slow. Okay. Dudu's going to hang out. He's going to do some research. Yeah, I mean, that's all we got right now. We are a very poor economy with a very aggressive flower. All right. So the plan is take wall off everything. I do need to go back, and I'll probably have Dudu do this, where he's going to take the territories around my home territory, my capital, just to make sure I'm getting more money. You've already recognized that I am very short on money, and that's because I have not captured those territories around my capital, amongst other problems. So let's see how this battle went. Again, I think we're facing poorly armored, poorly weaponed troops. This looks familiar. I think even though we continue to have fewer and fewer soldiers, I think we're still okay. Now, this is interesting. I told you how this game tracks individual soldiers. This one is wounded. He's got a limp. He's also diseased, which means he's ultimately going to die. Diseased guys slowly develop more and more health problems. He's got a limp, which limp is pretty bad. You know, the negatives here, the map move -4 is the one that's the most visible. But yeah, this guy is not long for the world. But it's interesting that they track individual guys. I mean, you can see he's got 1 circle of experience. I might look at some of these archers who have not done as much battling, and they don't have that circle of experience yet. So, all right, let's continue this battle and see what we get. A lot more troops now. I think these independent countries do build up troops over time, so they're slowly going to get more and more powerful. Actually, it's kind of funny. My guy with the limp is kind of going to slow him down so that they don't go after my archers. My guy's halfway surrounded. That's problematic. I was hoping my lion would join them. He's going to make mincemeat of these archers in a gentle, flowerish sort of way. But yeah. Okay, looks like we're going to be all right, but boy, we're getting low on troops. We got to do. What needs to happen is the gentle flower needs to pair up with Dudu, so that we've got a gentle Dudu, and then we'll have enough troops to continue conquering. But independent armies have routed, so we should be good to go here. No sense drawing this out, so we'll quit that. Oh, wow, we lost 5 guys. Yeah, we lost half of our front line there. So we're pretty much done attacking until we can link up with Dudu. Now, again, I have not built up much of a defense. You know, unless we think that the gentle flower is enough in and of himself to beat some of these folks. This only has 30 units. I'm feeling a little crazy, folks. I'm going for it. I got to get Dudu down there, though. Whatever Dudu's got, he's got to hustle. He's got to get down there. Now here, I got an archer ahead of my sacred troops, and I cannot have that. So, all right, let's see what we've got, and let's move out. We've got a little bit of a wall. I think it's enough. This isn't much, but it's better than a poke in the eye. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to have Dudu start heading south. Man, this is not good. You know what we could do? You know what we could do? We're just going to do some research with Dudu. One more turn. I'm going to take these guys up here, and then they're both going to attack here in overlap. Overlap. Oompa Loompa is what that sounds like to me. Okay. We're going to continue to explore. We're trying to get over here to Dunvale. That way we can check and see if that maybe is something we can conquer a little sooner than these 230 undead. Other than that, we're done here. So let's see what we get. All right. I think through the magic of video editing, we'll fast forward through this. It is nice they give you a tip each turn. Ethereal units can walk straight through trees and walls on the battlefield, which is also a fairly recent development. Trees, I don't think trees were even in Dominions 5, trees and rocks and that sort of thing. It's kind of fun because there's spells that can make the trees come to life. I noticed that. Elephants can crush stones. It's kind of interesting. It's a fun game. It is just a fun game. You know, I don't know what the current going rate is for Dominion 6 and 5. I imagine like the older one is cheap, and it's still a really good game, and you can see if you like it. Some people have told me it feels too much like work. To me, it just feels like a lot of fun. All right, Gentle Flower, charge. Now I haven't see, and then Dudu. Well, let's see if we like what your troops are doing. You know, they're kind of set up. They're going to kind of start on top of each other, but I don't have enough of either one with Dudu or the Gentle Flower. So I think I kind of have to do that. I don't think I've got much choice. So he's just gonna do it. Let's see how our research is going. Yeah, see, I slowed it down because I like it to be more of an effort to research. But you can see the impact here. Like alteration level 1 is the first thing I'm starting, and I'm maybe a quarter of the way done. So it's going to be a while. We're going to rely on brute force in the meantime. We continue to get the guys we want. That looks pretty good. I've got a little more money. I've got 154 gold left. As I mentioned before, I didn't do much on the defense side. So let's see if we can get these guys up to 10. That's still not very good. I really like to get to 20 because at level 20, you get some additional soldiers. One of the problems with these AI is that if the commander gets killed, then everybody retreats, and the defensive units tend to get outflanked a lot by even the AI versions of other players. So it can be a problem. The more commanders you got, the better. All right, I think that's basically it. We're trying to get down to Dunvale to do some scouting. Let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Hey ho, let's go. I'm imagining this might have not be the greatest thing from an audio perspective. Turn that out. Now it does take a little longer for the turns to generate, and that's simply because, again, it's tracking everything at the individual soldier level. Actually, new with Dominion 6, it actually tracks the mounts of the soldiers separate from a rider. So if you've got a cavalryman, the horse is one thing, the rider is a separate thing. It is so deep, so deep, and that's what I love about it. All right, let's see how we did. A little tougher this time. We've got some, we don't just have unarmored troops. These guys are heavy infantry. So, but we don't have archers. That makes me happy. I think the archers kind of taken it out of us. Some of these others. So, all right. Let's go. Now, I was hoping we'd get. I talked earlier about how flanking can be so powerful, and it's worked. I've gone right past the light infantry there and right in on the leaders, which I think once I kill them, which I think will be pretty soon. I mean, I'm thinking dragon chariots are pretty powerful, and you can see they've routed. So I didn't even have to kill all of the heavy infantry. I was able to sneak around with my dragon chariots, get around their front lines, and kill all their commanders, which You know, not a bad strategy. All right, let's see what we lost. We lost one soldier, so those dragon chariots already doing their thing. Mushusu. Mushusu. Okay, I'm calling them that from now on. Mushusu. Now, I've got two commanders here. Probably a little overkill. Now, the only catch is, I guess I could combine these like that. Yeah, we can do that. That's what we're doing. All right. So I'm just continuing forward. Oh, idea. These guys are going to be my guards. I'm going to put them as a separate unit. Now, he's only allowed to have 3. If I create a 4th unit, then the morale drops by 1 for all my troops. But I'm going to have this be his personal guard, which doesn't count as a separate unit group. And I'll give 1 guard here to the gentle flower. Oh, get a call. Life got busy. Never happened to you? Happened to me. Anyway, we're back. It's actually the following day, so from your perspective, I'm a time traveler. If you want to know what the weather's like tomorrow, just give me a call. All right. Really weird if I actually get a call and someone says, what's the weather like? It's probably not a challenge I should post on the internet. Anyway, all right. So let's pick it up. We had a giant, ferocious lion named the Gentle Flower. We had just captured Olalef, Ophalef, we'll call it. Anyway, so that went well. Our dragon chariots, Mushuzu, performed well, and we are once again have a legit size army under the guidance of Dudu. So Dudu is going to keep going. We're going to send Gazardiel around, look for some magic sites. He's got some pretty good search potential. Oh, my goodness. We have an Arctic Jaguar. Goodness, how you doing? All right, so where do we go from here? He's going to search for magic sites. Dudu is going to keep the conquest going. Now, I mentioned up front, I like to circle around my capital, try to claim all those territories. Whoop, Arctic Jaguar would like a little water. I'll be right back. All right, I hit N, takes me to my next available leader, who is checking out Dunvale. Guess that might be a destination for us. This guy takes soldiers. How many soldiers do we have to transport? Not very many. He's going to hang out for a turn. He's my last guy. From Uruk. Whoa. Oh, hey, I should just mention that you can buy these mercenaries. You got to bid for them. Sometimes even ones that are already employed by other nations are up for bid. So it looks like the wet ones would be an option for me. $250. I've already mentioned my cash crunch, so that isn't going to happen. All right. So we are recruiting a researcher, some troops. Now we've got a little extra capacity here. I like to see that. So let's get some archers. We could use to build that out. Okay, got our archers. Yeah. C'est la vie. Press forward. Hopefully I'll just run some music in the background here. Be terribly entertaining. By the way, any music that I do use is coming off of Suno. They just released version 3. It is fantastic in terms of AI generated music. Yeah, it's fun to play with. I think version 3 is only available for you if you actually pay for it, but I have to pay for it because I need the right to put it behind my videos. All right, watching my Arctic Jaguar walk away. All right, Golden Lion has searched, not found anything. Gentle Flower. Exobothia. Love this. Sounds like a place I should try to get exit. Exobothia. Hopefully that's not a sign that things don't go well. I will insert doom music if that happens. All right, we've got a lot of barbarians, which, again, not armored, so we like that. But what we don't like is they hit hard. They don't just have the little pokey sticks. So I'm a little worried about my chariots down there. That oh, yeah, and rightfully so. They are just being destroyed. That did not go well. Yowza. Man. Now you'll notice my chariot turned into a dude. That's the level of depth that this game goes to, is it tracks both the dragon portion of the chariot and the individuals in the chariot separately. So he does survive, not particularly effective in his current capacity, but he does survive. So as I feared, we won that. I don't think that was ever in doubt, but boy, we took a beating. All right, quit that. Yeah, what did we lose? We lost one Maiden of the Moon and pretty much all of our Mushusu. Oh, we should have exit Bothia. All right. Unexpected event has occurred. Misfortune +3. Okay. So here you see one rider without the mount made his way back home and are ready to be recruited again. So that'll be interesting. Can I recruit 2? Remember, I can usually only recruit 1 dragon chariot. Mushusu. So let's see if I can recruit 2 this turn. Very curious. That is not where you recruit. This is. All right, can I get a second? I can. Look at this one here. Boom, second one. Now, I don't... What's going on there? Nope, I can't, can I? Nope, I can't. Oh. He's a heartbreaker, dream maker. All right, I would like to recruit one of the better researchers. I believe this is the one. 11, 15. I want one of those. Takes 2 turns. Okay, 2 turns. And the reason I know that is the 4 commander points down at the bottom. Takes 2 turns because I can only recruit 2 commander points a turn. So I can get 15 research in 2 turns, or go back to this gentleman, get 14 in 1 turn, or I think the sweet spot is 11 in 1 turn, because this costs 2 commander points and I am able to build 2 commander points a turn. So I think that's our sweet spot. So we'll upgrade a little there. We get our extra. Oh, that took a holy point. That's tough when the leaders and your best soldiers both require holy points. We've got some resources left. We've been building out the archers. Hopefully that can give us a little bit of an edge, since our Mushusu got Mushusu'd. All right, let's see what we've got here. Now, we don't have much, right? We've got no Mushusus. We've just got stereotypical armor in front, archers behind. But I say armor in front. Oh, actually, protection 17 sounds pretty good. Maybe that's better than I think. Let's get some more of those folks. Attach them to this gentleman. And we'll save the archers and chariots till we have more. But we're going to set up, we do attack. We're going to set them up in line. Oh, he's not good enough to put him in line formation. Unfortunate. He's going to stay behind. All right, well, we're still taking them there. They'll join up. I don't expect this to be a tough fight because it's 50 units, mostly light cavalry, militias. Those aren't very worrying. The heavy cavalry could be more of an issue because, my tough guys, they're tough. Oh, they do have spears. They've got bronze spears. Maybe we're all right. All right. So, this gentleman, this is our gentle flower. He was looking for magic spots. Now, he searches for nature and fire. So, there's probably a higher probability of nature magical locations within the forest. So, let's go to the forest. All right. He's doing that. We've got our troops circling our capital. We have not run into anyone else. We are looking down in Dunvale. Dunvale has 100 enemy. Okay, this is what we were looking for. 100 enemy units. That's a lot, but not crazy a lot. Militias, which are terrible. Light infantry, which are bad. And heavy infantry, which are meh. So we're going to Dunvale. That is the next destination. So now what we're trying to do is see who else might be going for Dunvale. We want to be the first ones there. So we start heading our troops that way, which coincidentally we were already doing. So perhaps I'm a genius. Meh. All right, let's go. And cue the music. I'm doing this. I don't know what kind of music I'm going to put here. That's me drumming, by the way. It's why I don't drum. All right. Battle in Irem. I feel like there's a song. Come on, Irem. Ba, 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 ba. Also, I don't sing. Other than backup. All right, heavy cavalry. Those are the guys we were worried about. Well, again, we do have spears. That seems like a pretty good weapon to have against heavy cavalry, and I don't think I took too many losses right out of the gate. Interesting. Unlike my chariots, the dragons were dying. This one, the riders are dying, and we've got horses trying to get back. Jojo. All right, this is going well. All right, we're just going to speed this up. I like my phalanx with my archers behind it. That seems like a viable strategy, at least until we meet another nation. But for the independents, seems to be working. All right, that worked. We lost nobody. And those maidens of the moon were doing the heavy lifting with most of the kills, which isn't surprising, but I need to have those archers be a little more effective. No, I do not want to be in the battle. Veto. All right, I'm just remembering now, I have not been building out my defenses. Now, there's not another nation around to invade me. Sometimes random events happen that will cause you to need some defense to fight off, I don't know, a pack of wild boars or something like that that decides to attack a province. So it's good to have them, especially at a place like this. Like this, my defensive units here, I've got these weenie little guys with pointy sticks, but I've got archers, I've got heavy cavalry. That's nice in and of itself. And then if I have a few of my troops there to form a shield wall, digging it. All right, let's get these guys together. Nice wall there. Robbie's gonna head back. Dudu is gonna head down here to Dunvale because Rutrow, we've got these guys. Now I can't remember what that symbol stands for, so we can look it up. I think this, if we go down and find that, again, I'm playing with every nation, so there's a bunch here. There it is. Nazca. Now, I mentioned that I don't particularly want to face flyers. They've got flyers. I'm pretty sure of it. They're very Aztec-y. I think they've got some flyers. Again, everything's built off of mythology. But then they start to tweak it. And we're at the Middle Age, so that mythology is going to start to be fairly tweaked at that point. Okay. Now, I could search for a magic site here, but I kind of want to go down and get Dunvale as fast as possible. So I'm going to actually just keep moving, send the Gentle Flower here, and then he's going to hook up with Dudu in Elder Hill next turn. All right, so we've got to figure out Koromu Naxa army must be coming from up north. Let's see what else is around here. And by here, I mean Dunvale. All right, that's really about all I've got. I still have money to spend. I've got, as I mentioned, as I capture the territories around my capital, I get more money. It allows me to get more resources, so it allows me to build more troops. So I've got a nice build going here, other than the fact that I don't get very many Maidens of the Moon, because I started the game with a big stompy lion, but not a lot of dominion. So we knew this was coming. All right, that's it. So off we go. All right, Battle in Spire Woods. I'm not expecting a lot of opposition here. Yeah. Lightly armored, lightly armed. That's the way we like them. I think my archers may get a few more kills in this battle, just because they are lightly armored. So Nice part, if I get Dudu hooking up with the General Flower, I'll have 2 leaders on the battlefield in case, heaven forbid, something happens to one of them. So that's another backup plan as we make our move on our first of 2 drones. Alright, that went well. Didn't lose anybody. 2 kills for the archer. Underwhelming. Alright. We captured it. I'm not leaving these undefended anymore. Dudu is going to go meet up with the Gentle Flower and Elder Hill. Here we've got our transport dude. Robbie is going to take some guys and hopefully circle around with my existing. Now we're getting up to 4 chariots. We're going to build a few more. Plus Robbie can only carry 2 units effectively. So he's going to he's going to head down south. Oof. Everybody's getting close to Dunvale, but I'm not sure, you know, if they haven't scouted it, they may not even know it's there. That's what we're hoping, because I don't see a lot of troops here. I didn't see any with the Naxa, so hopefully power on. All right, that's it. Power on. All right, we got a battle in Elder Hill. Let's see how we do. Like what we... Ooh, we don't like what we're fighting. That's a lot of heavy cavalry supported by some tough units. You remember, this looks exactly like the defense that I said I liked. I like it when it's mine, not when it's theirs. I'm glad we've got the Gentle Flower there. He can go gentle up against some of these guys and hopefully will give us a little more offensive. Whoomp. Oh yes, he's doing his gentleness. Alright, it's going well, I think we blunted their initial attack here. The pointy stick guys and the heavy cavalry are retreating. That just leaves the archers, and we know we can take archers. So, hey, they're being mean to my kitty. There we go. Alright, success. Lost 1 Maiden of the Moon. Now we only make 4, I think, a turn, so we do try to protect those guys. But gotta do what you gotta do. Now we are not messing with Vath. We are up to 400 units. Again, undead plus archers, heavy infantry. No thank you. But this group... Oh, we lost one of our guys guarding the commander. Now I don't think the Gentle Flower needs much protection, so we're going to leave him unprotected and continue our attack. Now I can go to the Yellow Mountains or Saran Forest. Saran Forest looks like a bunch of guys with pointy sticks. This looks like heavy cavalry and heavy infantry. Hard pass. The only reason I would like it is it keeps people away from Vath, but I think this accomplishes the same thing because just kind of walls off that whole area. So that's going to work for me. I don't see any armies here threatening Dunvale. That makes me happy. So we're going to go into Troll Peaks and proceed. One of the reasons that I think this has become one of my favorite games is when it came out in, I think, 2000, I was a father, and even though this takes a little bit of time to run between turns, as a parent, that gave me a chance to go be productive. And so I think that's why I've always been drawn to turn-based games. You know, if I need to take a break, get some physical therapy on my shoulder, or, you know, do some dishes or whatever might be going on, it just gives me an opportunity to go do those things, come back. I don't feel like I missed much because it was probably just generating the turn anyway. And they get longer as you get further into this, especially with the number of nations that I have utilized here. So, all right, we got a battle in Saran Wrap Forest. Saran Wrap is actually not a reference to the plastic wrap. It's a band. No, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, pokey sticks, archers. I really feel like we got this. Turbo speed. Let's see what we get. Gentle Flower. Just wants to pet everybody, you know. Just a nice, gentle. All right, that went as planned. Didn't lose anybody. Fantastic. All right. Well, we're looking good. We're looking good. No concerns. what we may do is take a pause when we get close to Dunvale so that Robbie can bring up his guys. So we will... We're actually going to take Darkwoods because, again, oh no, those are barbarians. Those guys did a number on us before. If I look there, 50 barbarians. That could put a damper on things. So we're going to take our chances with 30 militias and knights and hope that it's mostly militias. Now, I have a bunch of researchers here, and I don't have anybody to transport troops, and I'm starting to build up a nice number of troops there. So let us go from a researcher to a leader. We decided that guy was our best leader. So let's build him out. Also, we've been capturing places and not doing the good defense, even when I've got good defensive units to build. So let's stay on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to try to get everybody up to at least 20. If I hold the shift key, when I click things, it goes up by 5 at a time. So you're going to see a lot of 21s. I'm too lazy to back off 1. All right, so we're just kind of trying to get everything up into that 20 range, especially if they have good defensive units. That's slow. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's get this one up as far as we can. Boom. All right, that feels good on the whole. Let's check on our scout. Now the scout has found Venaris' home base. So Venaris, they don't seem to have a lot of troops facing our direction. Hopefully they're expanding the other direction. We'll just keep seeing what we see while we wall off the north here, because we know Naxxa is in the Forest of Pines. Hopefully we get here first, don't run into them. Let our troops join us, and then we take a shot at Dunvale. All right, we were hoping mostly militia versus heavy infantry, heavy cavalry. It looks like a split, so we'll watch this just to see how we handle the heavy cavalry charge. I like that my phalanx is taking that before the General Flower shows up to provide his pets. Yeah, the cavalry's tough, man. Nice part is, once I beat him, then I can build my own cavalry as a defensive unit. So that's good in the end, but painful up front, especially since I really want to protect my guys and basically take that throne, not next turn, but the one after. Alright, looks like things are working pretty well here. We might have some losses. I mean, those heavy cavalry have fought hard. I will give them credit. I hope when I have the heavy cavalry, when I have the heavy cavalry, that they will fight equally hard. We lost 3 Maidens of the Moon. That's not what we wanted to do right before we go into Dunvale. We'll bring the reinforcements down. This guy will search for magic sites. I can have this guy search 2, Dudu, and he would look for 1 water. The nature search would be redundant because the General Flower's got a lot more. I'm actually going to have Dudu preach the teachings of God, because my Dominion is positive here, but it's not in Dunvale. I'd like to get it positive before the big battle. Up here, I've recruited Sin. Did not pick that name. All right, Sin is going to take some troops down south. I can do 3 units. That's perfect. Okay, cast. All right, so he's going to take his units. We're going to head south because I'm assuming even if I'm successful at taking Dunvale, I will need reinforcements. If I'm not successful, this may be a short game, because as you can see, Naxxa is started to get interested. Now, one thing I could do is try to take the Dead Forest. They've got some troops, but not a lot, and that would really wall that off. That is what I'm going to do. We're going to do that instead. And then these Saran forests will move into Solian, and then both will move on Dunvale at the same time. Like it. All right. I'm not seeing much threat from the south. You know what? This is really interesting because I'm going to zoom out a little here. How many? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 territories. When this was built, it was 15, an average of 15 territories for each nation. And I'm not running, oh, I guess I am running to someone up north here, but they're really not running into too many neighbors considering I have that many territories already. And the potential to gain 2 thrones is fantastic. Bath and Dunvale. I think Bath is going to be a fight. That is just going to be a fight. All right. That'll work. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Noxa did exactly what I thought they would do, which is attack Dead Forest. So let's watch that just to see, A, how many they have, B, what type they have, and C, how they attack. So they've got some spear guys up front and the flyers that I was worried about. Actually, I should have thought that through a little more. Made sure I had good units guarding the commanders. I think I have a bunch on my weakest guy, Dudu. And then, I mean, if a bunch of flyers attack the general flower, I mean, you've seen cats and birds before, right? You know how that goes. Okay, so we know they won, but I think I got them. The only risk is that I lose Dudu due to the flyers. Due to the flyers. Whoa! Whoa! Clearly I missed something. They beat the Independents, but barely. Barely. Wow. Let's just super micro. Oh, go get him, General Flower. Get the birdies. All right. Good job. Wow. They won, but they kind of got it handed to them, whereas we, yeah, love it. That worked out fantastic. Okay. Oh, and suddenly Uan the Apkalu, easy for me to say, Uan the Apkalu. You know, I really wonder. Obviously, I'm an English speaker, American. I wonder if I came from a different cultural background, if that would be easier for me to say. Apkalu. Uan Apkalu. And if it is, I think I want to go live there for 30 days. All right. Well, let's go to this commander and see who we recruited. Whoa! Dude! Yowza! He heals diseases. Wow! He's a great researcher. He's an inspiring researcher. He helps everybody else research better. He researches 34. Wow! What's all that magic? Holy mackerel! So now all of my guys are going to research better. Okay, let's see where we're at. We have researched 2 levels of alteration and then nothing else. This is going to turbocharge our research. Let's go get some research. Boom. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. I'm going to actually start upgrading and get some more armored archers. I don't know why I think that's a good idea, but I do. And we captured the Dead Forest. Now, the Dead Forest and Solian probably need solid defensive bases, as does all up north. Okay, clearly we're moving south. I was talking about how nobody was there, and now they're all there. So I need to build up my defenses. I've got the money to do it. I've got 1,000 gold here. So it's funny how, D&D still emphasis. I don't even know if it is gold. It looks like gold, but I call it gold because I played a lot of D&D back in the day. All right, let's build up some defenses so that if they decide to come across with the flyers, hopefully we can. What I really want to get is up to 21, so I've got multiple commanders, because those flyers are really tough on commanders. And then I got to beef this up. I don't even know what's going to come at me, but I got to make them pay if they do come at me. So we're just getting everything beefed up. All right. Nice part is I don't have to maintain the defense the way I have to maintain the units. So I can build up those defenses and not have ongoing costs. Whereas if I built up a big military, I've got to keep paying those individuals. So, all right. This went well, very well. We attacked Dunvale. One thing I did want to change is I've got him casting Poison Touch. I think, again, that's redundant. I think he just kills people when he gives them the pets. So, I wanted personal bark skin. So we're going to do that. And I want to see what Enlarge does. So let's cast those two, and then he'll attack. I'm really curious to see how if he can actually get bigger, because he's already, let's see, he is size 10. He's size 10. Dudu is size 5. So he's already a big boy. Let's see where he gets to. Also getting lots of experience. He's already got 2 experience stars. That's pretty good. Fantastic. Okay, so those guys are attacking, and then I've got to straighten this out. What am I looking at? I'm looking at a box formation. Right flank will go. We'll put some archers right behind it in skirmish formation. Whoops, what just happened? Oh, all right. And we'll put maidens in front. Wow, he is just not there. Wow, okay. Not super impressive. Hopefully they won't retreat. If nothing worse, hopefully they'll distract. We look like we're facing 130 militia, light infantry, and heavy infantry. Curious to see if there's casters there, and if so, how many, how nasty. But none of that scares me. Even the heavy infantry doesn't really scare me, because I'm pretty sure my heavy infantry is better. And as you can see, it's highlighted, so the Dominion is now my Dominion there. I've got 1 Dominion, which is going to give me, 1 hit point and some bonuses that way. So, yay. That is fantastic. This guy is going to research, because he's the most amazing researcher I've ever met. That guy definitely valedictorian of his class. Alrighty. Boom. Okay. This is a big turn. If we take Dunvale, that could be really good for us long term. Proceed. I think what we'll do here is maybe play this out till kind of we've gobbled up the independents, and our neighbors are starting to press in. Maybe cut that, call that a first video. Again, this is my very first video. Just a reminder, let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know if there's other games you'd like me to take a look at. I don't just want to play games that I've played for 20 years. It just seemed like the appropriate place to start, since I do love this series so much. All right, here we go. Dunvale. Let's view the battle. Alright, now we know that this little group here and these archers don't have the kind of morale that we see on the left flank, which is unfortunate, because that's where the heavy infantry, they're facing the heavy infantry. So hopefully they will hold up. Oh, I wanted to see if the gentle flower got any bigger. Nope, size 10 still. So, okay. I was just wondering, because it did cast Enlarge over here. Interestingly, so did Dudu. He cast it several times. I wonder if he's enlarging someone else, not himself. I wonder if I enlarged someone else. Maybe the gentle flower cast it on someone else and not himself. But what I do like is personal bark skin gives him protection 14. Protection versus mundane attacks 25. Oh, that's good. That is so good. We don't see a bunch of casters here. This is about as easy as it gets for attacking a Throne of Ascension. I'm really fortunate that this is all I've had to face. I think we've got this. Normally I would speed it up, but this is such a big battle. Maybe once we beat the heavy infantry, we'll speed it up, but I'm just reveling in it at this point. Yeah, we look good. As a matter of fact, the independent armies are routed, as it says on the left there. Okay, we did it. We have done it without losing anyone. I wonder if that means I can go back to Vath and fight these undead. What I love, I don't see, I've got my spy down here. I don't see a lot of folks on the south. For whatever reason, they're letting me expand down here, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, other nations will want this Throne of Ascension. That is how you win the game. So we are definitely pumping up our defense there, and we'll probably take it even higher. I'll probably also build a fortress there, which will be my first. I say probably, let's just do it. Construct building, build city palace. 1,200 gold. Never mind. Never mind. Fortress is totally overrated. We are instead going to get our armies put together here. They look very good right now. Digging that. He can... Oh, Robbie, what do you want to do? I want him to build the fortress. The reason I want him to do it is just, he's just not that special. Nothing personal, Robbie. You're my builder. I'm trusting you with my fortress. Okay. This is the Throne of Twilight. That gives me an ascension point, which is how I win. Spreads my dominion. I told you dominion makes all your guys tougher. Blessed troops get defense +1. That'd be cool. And it produces 2 of the glamour gems each turn, which I don't have another source for. If you see up here, I'm not producing any glamour gems, so it'd be nice to get some. All right, glamour is the new magical pass. I really don't have much experience with it. I kind of wish I had randomly been given a nation that used glamour. I'm sure I will at some point, so hopefully you'll be along for the ride when that does happen. But for now, we're playing stuff we know pretty well, and this is going well. So, all right, so General Flower is going to claim the throne. Dudu is going to build a temple. Why is everything so expensive? They knew I didn't have much money. This is intentional. Normally temples only cost 600. It's costing 900. That is nutso. Okay, I've got a whole big army here. We're going to cut back the defense. So till we get to 900. Perfect. 900. Okay, Dudu, build your temple. That is nutso expensive. All right. That'll help me keep strong dominion down here. Right now I have a strong dominion because I have both my pretender god and my Dudu, who is my prophet. So both of them are down there. They both spread dominion. My dominion here is 2. My dominion in my capital is 5, but right next to, well, okay, it's pretty solid up there. Maybe these temples are super powerful, which is why they're super expensive. Got the Mercedes-Benz of temples. All right. This guy's just going to hang out. He's going to wait for that chance to build the fort, hopefully next turn. I found their Phlegra's capital. I think those are giant dudes. I really don't want to fight giant dudes. Let's go see. Hopefully they're going south. I think they are. I have not run into anybody in this southern area. That blows my mind. That is awesome. This is a great start. All right, claiming the throne, all good stuff going on down there. Let's see what we're building here. I think it's researchers. That's good. All's good in the hood. I've got a guy here who can lead an army. Is there an army to lead? We'll give another turn. All right, so there we go. Victory. Smells like victory. That doesn't sound at all like the movie, which I haven't seen probably since I started playing Dominions. Glamour gems +1. Not very many, but it's a start to my glamour treasury. All right. We claim the throne, which makes our blessed troops tougher. What a blessing. All right. Now, where do we want to go is the question. I don't have enough money yet to build my fort. Whoa, we got a runner. All right, good thing the left one fell out. That is my unimpinged shoulder. Oh. All right, we're cool. 007 cool. All right, now I could attack this 150 ghouls and soulless. It would give me a sense for how I will do when I'm facing the undead. Nice part about Dudu. Dudu is a level 3 priest that he will be able to get rid of a bunch of the undead, but I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to mess with them. That's a lot of dudes. So for now, we're going to keep trying to wall things off and go to Silver Fangs. Now, there's probably magic sites here. I could search for them. I think I will. I think we'll search with Gazardiel, the Gentle Flower, and Dudu will attack down in Silver Fangs. Hard for me to read right there. All right, and up north, not much going on. I think we're going to send in some reinforcements. Got a lot of archers. A lot of archers. Nice phalanx. We're going to leave our dragon Mushusu up top. He's going to cast. All right. He's going to start heading somewhere to hook up with the rest of my armies. We're actually going to try to make that occur here at the Red Waste, which will surround Vath and allow me to hold that against anything but flyers. Flyers tend to be weak. I don't think they're going to go mess with 300 undead. All right, I'm searching. We found somebody else down here in the Great Woods. Let's keep searching and see what we see. And then he's hanging out, waiting to build. Just waiting to get to work. I did an internship in college. It felt like that a lot. But when you're a tax accountant and it's not tax season, you're supposed to get good at golf. Never happened for me. Turns out me and anything that involves hitting a small ball is a bad combination. Hopefully, the channel is successful. We can start to upgrade some of the things we have. I think these earbuds might be one of the first things. Curious to hear what you guys think of the microphone. Is it picking things up well? I will eventually have an office space that I can create into a little bit of a studio. Right now, I've got one of my kids came back home, paying off some debt. But once they've done that, they're going to move back out, and I'll have that space back. All right. Oh, yeah. It's my favorites. Little pointy sticks. There's one barbarian there. We know I don't like barbarians. I wonder why there's one barbarian. He must be a leader. Look at that guy. I want to see if he's a leader. Can I tell? Oh, yeah. He's an inspirational leader. Huh. Wait. Inspirational -1. I think he's a bad inspirational leader. I love that the game does that. All right. Well, we're just going to speed this up because there's no way that those folks slow us down. All right. We didn't lose anybody. That's the way we like it. That's the way we like it. I wonder if any of these will get like a music hit where they'll be like, you can't be singing that. All right. Curious question. I could try to wall off as big a territory as possible. I don't see bad guys. I really want to hook up here with my other army and protect Vath. These guys kind of look like weenies. Militias and light cavalries, that's just too tempting. Dudu must attack. All right. Oh, we searched. Did we find anything? Doesn't look like it. That's unfortunate. I know there's magic stuff there. It's a Temple of Twilight. What would Twilight be? Maybe like an astral mage? Twilight? It's not fire, obviously. Interesting. Well, see if he can catch up. Oh, he can. He's fast. All right. I do now have enough money to start working on my palisades. It's a very fancy name for fort. And these guys... What's going on there? Some reinforcements? Cool. All right. Well, let us reinforce. Yeah, so maybe these aren't as important if I've got reinforcements coming anyway. We continue to try to see who's around. Got some research completed. And a battle. Let's see what we're fighting. We are, some heavy, two heavy cavalry. All right. Super speed. I don't see too how heavy cavalry. Cavalry. cavalry being a problem, which they were not. We didn't lose anybody. All is good in the hood. I've been forgetting to build nice defense, but I've got my fortress started. Let's you know, I like to get to 21. Boom. You would think I'd like gambling more than I do. My dad liked to play blackjack. Used to go to Reno to play, and then I met my wife. And she's like, hey, let's go to Vegas. And I thought Vegas was like a big Reno. And I had zero interest. And then I went to Vegas, and I'll tell you what, even if you don't like to gamble, the food is good, the shows are good. It's cool. Not those kind of shows. All right. Well, Dudu and the Gentle Flower are back together again. Match made in heaven. Let's keep expanding. We're going to meet up maybe here in the Endless Plain since we seem to be running into some bad guys. Now, I have explored way the heck down here. It's getting too far. I'm never going to go that far, at least not in the near future. So let's just focus on walling off Vath. Okay, one thing I could do. How strong am I? Pretty good morale. I can do a line formation here. Line formation here, and then attack and let's do the skirmish and fire. Let's just see how this guy does. I hope I don't lose my Maidens of the Moon, but these guys, it's just militia, heavy infantry, archers, and 60 of them. How many do I have? 28. Half the number. I think they can do it. All right. I might be getting a little aggressive here. We will find out. All right. Let's find out. Uh-oh. Messenger from Noxga. I'm guessing they're not showing up to say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, your nation will be destroyed and your people shall join the Legion of the Dead. What is it with me and the undead? All right. We made 2 attacks. I can't remember which one was the more risky. This one I think is, yeah, we're good here. Ooh, although definitely fighting some heavily armored stuff. What are these guys? They are heavy cavalry. They look like tough heavy cavalry. A little fancier than what we've been facing. So this could be a fight. I like the fact that the cavalry are hitting way ahead of the heavy infantry. So I'm thinking that will give us an opportunity to kind of take the cavalry apart before the infantry show up. Especially if they get delayed. Here, Gentle Flower is administering pets. All is going well. I'm going to speed it up a little. I think we're going to win. Feel really good about it. Let's see if we lost anybody. That's the risk. Did we lose anybody? Yes, we lost 1 Maiden of the Moon. Honestly, not too bad considering what we were fighting. That was a pretty tough batch of independence. Okay, this one's a little riskier. I don't have anybody to bless my troops. I don't have very many troops. That is a tiny phalanx. Let's see what we're... Ooh, that looks like more than advertised. You know, the numbers they give you, especially if you don't have a spy there, are just approximations. And clearly, there were a few more than I was expecting. That is not the kind of odds I was hoping for. I'm going to speed it up a little, just because we're not seeing a lot of dramatic things happen, other than the militia routing early. That sure helps. But, you know, it's just kind of a prolonged combat, phalanx versus heavy infantry. It takes a while. I like the fact that our guys aren't seeming to drop too fast. Yes, that's exactly what we were hoping for. So, yeah, there they go. All right, it's ours. Worth the risk. We didn't even lose anybody. Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Got more research completed. Well, ever since that valedictorian showed up, we have been rocking. You know what I'm going to need to do, though, is recruit another leader. One of these guys. All right. Mission accomplished there. Things are going good. I need to build out multiple defensive units. But, again, I've been focusing on defense more so than building a huge army, because I could be recruiting troops in any of these towns. Like if I went into this, I could recruit some troops here, get some heavy infantry. Cavalry. They have a horse, they're cavalry, yeah. Or a helicopter. Not the point. Okay. That'd be kind of fun. Like right now they have early, mid, and late. Like we need a really late where they've got modern military. That'd be kind of fun. That might be a mod. If anybody's out there modding, that'd be cool. All right, this is interesting because I just got cut off here by Phlegra, which means the only direction I can go is either kind of retreat north, where I could hook up with the folks from Silver Fangs, or mess with 30 forest trolls. Hard pass. I don't think anybody's going to be attacking forest trolls anytime soon. So what we're going to do is link up our groups, our militaries. Let's make sure these guys aren't doing something silly, which they are. We're going to have a line. This is going to be my left flank. We're going to have some troops in skirmish, firing. These guys are attacking. And, oh, we've got Mushusu. All right, that's fantastic. That'll be our right flank, Mushusu. They're going to attack, but they're going to attack rearmost enemies. Hopefully sneak around the side there. And this guy's going to stand up there and cast spells. Love it. Okay. All right, that's looking good. We were fortunate and able to attack here, but as you can see, I don't think we want... I don't like barbarians. You always win, but you always just take a beating. Oh, malicious archers and light infantry. Okay. Say no more, say no more. Actually, in 2 turns, I could circle around with some more guys. You know what? We've been bold this whole game. Now is not the time to get cold feet. It's always interesting when you get aggressive, when you've got a tiny phalanx attacking. I just like, militia, light infantry, archers. Boy, if a phalanx can't beat that, what can you beat? Now you notice once in a while you do lose some troops that have been injured. Ah, Veneris, they want to attack me too. Kind of forgot I was getting attacked. I need to build up the defense in the areas where people are attacking. All right, we've got the Battle of the Endless Plain. Oh man, look at the size of that army. Yowza. That is a lot of heavy cavalry. Like I mentioned, the independents do get stronger through the longer they remain independent. I think that's what I'm starting to see here. But I feel pretty good with the amount of phalanxes. I got phalanxes? The size of my phalanx? Whoa, that sounds wrong. Alright, but I am going to have a big phalanx at the end of this. Stop putting that shit. Stop putting that. Alright. Cat is in action. Wow. Look at that. Go kitty. Alright. Yep. Victory is ours. Oh, wow. Wow, we lost a couple of archers. Huh. They had longbowmen. Longbowmen are good archers. We got outdueled. I say outdueled. We killed 19, lost 2. Sorry, guys. Wow! Look what the Mushusu did. I didn't even catch that. Let's watch that again. Wow. It's amazing how, they charged into the heavy infantry that one time and kind of got wonked. And here they're just cleaning the shorts of these guys. Matter of fact, they're probably the reason that we didn't get totally mauled by those archers, because they killed a couple. Wow. And they're the reason everybody routed. Well flanked, my friend. Well flanked. Nice. Okay. Let's go to Mudwood. This is the risky tiny phalanx one, but also not much in the way. I like this. We're going turbo speed on this because we're just going to... I didn't even think that they could beat my archers. I've just got well-armored archers. Yep. Sayonara. All right. Yeah. Didn't lose anybody. Those guys are tough. Unexpected event. Gold, 327. We all know how much. A, I like gold. Did I mention I was an accountant? And B, need gold because of my initial setup. I've got a famous hero. So this is the first time we've seen this. Let's go to that commander. So this is where that shows up. Now they get a heroic ability. It could be any of a number of heroic abilities. In this case, we got heroic precision, which means they're good at shooting, which he doesn't do. Well, I lied. I think some of the casting might be impacted by that. So the longer he's in the Hall of Fame, the the longer he will, the better he'll get. So if I go to his precision, he gets a 2 experience bonus, 2 bonus for profit, but also now 2 bonus for heroic. So the base 10 is up to 16, which is fantastic. If I go to the list, Hall of Fame, you can see him sneaking in. Dudu sneaking in here at the bottom. That sounded wrong too. I gotta wrap it up here. All right. Only 3 kills compared to someone like Zadkiel, who has 17. But yeah, he's been leading a lot of my battles here. Let's get our defense up. We're gonna do that where we one up north too. Get that up. And everything else we're gonna spend on the defense in the areas around the Naxa. And who else were we at war with? Yeah, down here, Venaris, which is down here. So it's all on this west side. They probably all want Dunvale, if we're being honest. Nice part is that's where our massive army is. All right, this guy is intended as more of a transport, so we're just going to build this out in a really big way. Okay, that looks really good. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. All right, Sin. I'm going to send Sin back to Dunvale, and he's going to just kind of be the leader there. We have enough to build. Oh, wow. Yes, yes, please. Okay. Let's build that out. That is a nice looking mini army. Let's have it hook up with these guys. We'll go there. What is this? These are the pokey sticks and archers. That's what we like. Do it. Do it. No. You know what? We're going to search for magic sites for a turn. All right. We are looking at Griffin Rock. Okay. And here we go. We're just trying to wall off as much stuff as we can. Then we can capture the stuff in the middle afterwards. Am I missing anybody? No. Now I do want to go back and get researchers here. And then I also want to build up my defenses. Now, Naxa doesn't look like they've got a lot to attack me with. Venaris, they're barely even touching me. So let's just beef. Oh, that's a good defensive area. Yeah, we like that. This one, not so much. We need more of our troops there. Okay, well, let's build up against Naxa. The problem with Naxa is they've got a bunch of flyers, so they could really zoom in anywhere. But we'll build up our border defenses, because flyers aren't as tough, and this will keep them from coming in with non-flyers. And we're going to beef this up. It is a desirable place, and I could see them sending an army of flyers in to take a swing at Dunvale. And I've spent a lot of money having Robbie build the palisades. We got to let him finish that. We don't want to lose that. Oh, very good. We found a magic site. And we got a battle in Cedarwood Forest. This is our massive army. Look at those archers. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Oh, but forest trolls. I did not mean to attack the forest trolls. I meant to leave those. This is rough. And let's see what kind of caster they've got. Decent cast. Forest trolls regenerate. Great. You know, our hope is that the Mushusu sneak around and kill their commander. Because look at the regeneration happening here. The green numbers are the regeneration. That's going to just undo all the archer damage. They're sneaking past. Hopefully General Flower will slow them down. Oh, and what happened? My dragons decided they did not want to kill the commander, because that would just make too much sense. Now we are doing a lot of damage. Now the battle's still going on, and these guys hit hard, as you'd imagine a forest troll might. So let's see how many we lost. One archer, just one archer. How did I lose an archer? Seriously, how did I lose an archer? What just happened? All right. How do I lose an archer? Wow. Yeah, they went right by the general flower. Okay, fair. Okay. We found a magic site. What's that look like? Black Ice Valley. I live in a cold spot, and black ice is not a good thing, but we like this. Plus, you get a bonus with evocation spells. They cost less gems. Evocation, that costs less gems. I'm not sure if it's like, if there was a battle here, it would be that way, or if you're trying to cast it on another province, maybe. All right, let's get this guy set up. We need a line. It'll be the left flank. We're gonna be a skirmish. We're gonna hang out with him and cast spell. Whoa, what just happened? We're gonna hang out with him and cast spells. And then this is gonna be, oh, we're gonna attack the rear. But we're gonna do it on the left side. Put these guys behind them. These guys back even further. And then, you know what? And I'm gonna put my caster in amongst the archers. Okay, that's so that, like, if something sneaks around the flank or flyers come in, I don't get hit directly, lose my commander, and everybody retreats. All right, feeling good. All right, we just took this, so we got to pump up our defense there. Now, where to go? It looks like I can continue to wall off territory. I'd love to get to these areas before Tianqi starts to take them. Let's see. Whoa, I don't want to go to the capital. So the better their defense is, the more likely they are to spot my spy. So I'm imagining their capital is pretty well defended. Capitals tend to be that way. All right. That is it, folks. That is all of our guys. Tons of research going on. Yeah. All right, let's continue to build out our archers. All right, end turn. Couple of battles. Let's see how we do. I'm guessing rather well. Oh yeah, pointy sticks. Super accelerate. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. No losses. And down south. Oh yeah. Yeah, liking this. Yeah, even got to the leaders. Yeah, that was quick. Lost to Maiden of the Moon and a Mushosu Charioteer. That's unfortunate. Those are actually, considering the dominant position we had, kind of unfortunate to lose two valued units. All right, let's build some defense. These guys are going to get together. I'm going to put these on the far right flank and move these up. Oop, nope, 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 nope. Him in. Nope, not him. Him in here. And let's give these guys a couple of units. Boom. All right. Like what I'm seeing. That actually looks kind of tough. What are we dealing with? Horse tribe, cavalries, and chiefs. Wow. I wonder how many chiefs they have if they get mentioned. You'll notice most of these don't mention, you know, like the leaders. It's just archers, militia, and heavy infantry. There are leaders, but not enough to actually get mentioned. I wonder how many chiefs we're going to see in Anglavania. Anglavania. Sounds like an English-speaking Transylvania. Anglavania. All right. That looks pretty good, though. I don't actually expect to keep Anglavania, but I'm curious what I'll find when I get there in terms of the neighbors that are around. I probably, not even maybe probably, I definitely should be going back south and locking things down this way. But we will Do that with Dudu and the fragile flower. How aggressive to be? I think we've decided very, right? I'm gonna do that. All right. He is going to build a lab. That allows me to conduct research down in Dunvale, even though most of my research will be in Uruk, because Uan has this inspiring researcher, which gives me +1 there. Ah, we found the ocean, and we're a good ways from it, which makes me happy because I don't seem to have any nautical ability, so I just assume not be around nautical people. All right. I've got a lot of points. I've got some armies kind of getting close to me. They haven't declared war on me, I don't think. But I don't like them there. And I want to discourage them from coming across the border. So I'll build up my little Maginot line here, just to discourage them from coming over. Especially where I've got... That is just phenomenal defense. Look at that. That is phenomenal. So much better than, say this. Ooh, booyah. All right. Like that we're a little better defended there. We go ahead and make Dunvale tough. We want people to think long and hard before they come after that. All right. Let's see how we did. Again, I assume well, since we're just running into independence. At this, wow. That is a lot of archers. I thought I had a lot of archers. That is a lot of archers. Really curious to see how the dragons do against the archers. You would think rather well. But that is a lot of archers. I like that they're flanking really hard and going to come in on the leaders. Although, again, from the description, they apparently have a lot of leaders. Certainly attracted the attention of the archers, which is nice. It allows my phalanxes to close. Yeah, they routed. They must have got all the leaders. Good job, dragons. Didn't lose anybody. I thought we'd lose them with Shusu as they were all retreating. That is great. Otherwise, our aggression here looks like will also be rewarded, especially since the cavalry are going straight at the phalanx, which is what you want the cavalry to do. My Mashisu are getting around to their leaders. I'm going to make sure one of these guys. Come on, Mashisu. Yeah, we got him. That was quick. All right, noble losses. And we've completed our fortress in Dunvale. Now, here's the thing about fortresses in Dominions. They've got levels. I've created a level 1 fortress. Robbie's going to go ahead and construct a walled city, which is level 2 fortress. And I suspect there'll be more to come. Now, look at Noxa. They don't like us. Remember, they've declared war on us. They're getting serious. Ooh, and remember how I said that I didn't think anybody would want to mess with a pile of undead? But apparently, Veneris does not care. They've got elephant riders. And they don't like us either. Also at war. Even though I've done nothing to them. Noxa, I understand. They attacked, we attacked. It was an accident, but, you know. At least, well, I personally think it was a false flag event. It was legit. Alright, we're just trying to get as much. We're on a land grab right now. Until we start having a fight with our neighbors. At the moment, we don't have to do that, although I'm a little worried about Noxa. I hate to get into a war here with the Japanese nation. So hopefully that doesn't happen. All right. How many troops we have? We're starting to get some troops there, so we're going to go ahead and build ourselves someone who can bring them to somewhere more relevant. I think it looks like we've discouraged these folks from coming over the border. Obviously, we haven't done that with Noxa. I think I'm going to regret not having more troops in Dunvale, but I can start recruiting down there. Since I have a fortress, I can get most of my good guys. I guess maybe we go, let's see, these guys have protection 14, these guys have protection 14. I'm just going to build some more archers. Wow, I'm going to build a lot of archers. Just keep doing that. And a guy to lead them. Yeah. Okay. And we can actually just start researching down there for now. Okay. Another option, though, would be to start building out some temples. I don't necessarily want them on the front line, but, you know, what kind of defense do we have down there? Not very good. Not very good. Better. You know what? We're just going to research. No. I need more temples. We're going to go. I know up north I've got some good temple building space. And I need to build out my dominion that way. Okay. There it is. We continue to be aggressively expanding our territory. We've got some money left. Noxan feel like they want to fight. So let's make them earn it. There we go. Noxa did not attack, so we will continue the first stage of this Dominions game. The first stage is basically conquering as many independents as you can before you run into another nation. At least that's how I tend to play it. I know some folks will do a different approach. Maybe try to really do a ton of research. I think I plan to go into like the score graphs as we draw and into this first stage. I think what we'll find is that I'm pretty far behind on things like research, even with my little valedictorian there, inspiring all of my other researchers to do better and be better people. I think I'm still going to be pretty far behind a lot of the other countries, which will make life a little more challenging once we get to the second stage here and start fighting these nations. They'll have more advanced spellcasting than we do. However, we knew that going in, right? We did very much a big stompy monster build, and that allows us to get off to a fast start, but then we have to hold on to it when we start facing nations that are better equipped. But yeah, did I just watch this? I think I did. Yep, we just watched that. Okay. All right, success in both areas. Now we have kind of hit the wall here. We can't go any further without starting a rumble with another nation, and we do not want to do that. We want to just try to build up as big and bad as we can before we have to start fighting some real competition here, because at this point my armies are going to pretty much walk over any independence. Even those forest trolls weren't much of a match for us, so we're going to be able to win most of these battles. What we hope is that we don't move into somewhere like Lupia and then have this nation, Tianqi, I think it's called, also attack there. That's what happened with Noxta, and we all know how that turned out. Now they've got a big army here. Let's beef this up even further. We're going to have him go one to the north and build a temple there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have him do a little search for magic sites first, since he's there. See how far the coast goes this direction. So it has begun. Tianqi. Oh, exactly what I thought was going to happen. The battle in Lupia. We attacked, and then Tianqi attacks us, which is just the opposite of what we did with the Noxta. If you remember, they attacked, won, but barely, and only had, I think, 2 flyers to combat us with. Let's hope we don't do something similar. I don't think we will. I don't expect to lose a lot here. My barbarians. Oh, this is basically the you know, if you think of the snakes in what is it? Search for the Lost Ark, whatever the Harrison Ford movie is. Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, we got him, but did we lose guys? Because he's got... Yep, we lost the maiden on the moon. All right, now the real battle. Us versus Chen-Chi. This will be much more interesting because this is a legit foreign nation. Not just... It's an empire. It's not just an independent agent. Independent nation. All right, let's see what we get. You know, they're pretty spread out. I like our odds here. Oh, yeah. They're gone. They're gone. We lost one Mashusu. Pretty good job. See what kind of magic site. I'm glad we searched. Grove of Fertility. Well, if that doesn't sound pleasant, I don't know what does. All right. I don't think I need more of those leaders. We've got a couple there. What I need, maybe, is more of a balanced army. Oof, what do we think? Go with these guys. Now, I don't know that we're at war with Chen-Chi. Hopefully we're not. I don't think they're going to be attacking us. Because we are super scary. But we have... That's it. That is all we can do. They blocked us off from Resting Heights here. Unless we circle all the way around. Which we'll take a swing at here. Go to Mudwood. We're just going to start circling back and conquering what we didn't conquer before. But we are getting to the end of stage 1. Where we just, it's basically a land grab. He's gonna, you know what? I'm gonna build a temple here. Because we've already got defense of 51. That's a lot of defense. Maximum is 100. So, I mean, that's pretty solid. Especially for this stage of the game. All right. Well, I think we're really fortunate that nobody has decided to get serious about a war with us. That has allowed us to really lock down a lot of independent nations. Wow. We chased away those archers right away. Crossbowmen, maybe they were. Wow, that was a quick one. Still lost a Maiden of the Moon. I'm imagining that those are getting pretty beat up. Dominion change and then Dominion +3. That's ironic. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I just kind of want to see these troops. If I hit W, it tells me who's wounded. Oh, that's right. They self-heal. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I forgot they did that. That is awesome. So they're just practically brand spanking new, which that's only gonna get better and better. I did not make it to Ganof in time, so we'll just circle back. I want to real quick look and make sure that that's not it. I want to make sure that I don't have any undefended territories. This one at 17 is a little low. We're just gonna pump it up to a little stronger. Okay. All right, then we got our temple. Continue to build those out. That's it. Oh wow, our spy is not in good shape. Woof. Got battle fright, chest wound. We shouldn't be fighting anyway, so he's diseased. He will eventually pass away. Oh. I wonder if something bad, because this guy's diseased too. I wonder if there's something bad here. Let's just check our soldiers. Maybe we haven't discovered it yet, but he's diseased. He's diseased. Fail. Fail. Okay. Let's take our guys and leave. Wow. Let's stop building them there. That is not a good place to be. There's some sort of disease spreader there. Throne of Twilight. Well, apparently it's the twilight of your life if you hang out there. Let's try to circle around, join up with our other troops. That was unfortunate. Oh, wow. We'll have him guard and him fire. Wowza. That is so unfortunate. Okay. Well, apparently Twilight is more of a death sort of thing. Let's continue to build up these areas that are on the borders, especially borders with people who don't like us. That looks like just a really healthy defense. Let's just keep it going. Got a lot of money to spend, no reason to be shy. Whoops, whoops. Build that one up. It's trying to really reinforce the exteriors of our dominion, of our nation. All right. Whoa. All right. We have officially reached the end of stage 1. We got attacked by Veneris. We got attacked by Noxa. So it's game on at this point. Now we're going to be fighting some serious opposition. So I'm going to cut it off here for this video. So we've reached the end of the first stage where we are mostly fighting independence. We got attacked by Veneris. We got attacked by Noxa. It's game on now. Not only are we fighting other nations, we're fighting 2 at once. So that's going to be a challenge. So if you want to see more of the saga of Dudu and the Gentle Flower, let me know. We can pick it up. I'm going to take a step away for a little bit. I want to do something I'm going to call Tuesday is Tuesday. And I'm going to go into my Steam queue, and I have to play one of the games in the queue. And if I haven't picked a game by the last game in the queue, then I have to play whatever that last game is. If that sounds fun, hit subscribe so you get notified when I do it. It's Tuesday is Tuesday. And then if you like this content and want to support the channel, comment, hit the like button. That really helps me out. And no harm, no foul on your end. So really appreciate it. This is my first one. Again, maybe comment on what you liked, what you didn't like, and games you'd like me to try. I appreciate you sticking around this long, and we will talk to you later. Take care.